We are finally done with UFC 307. I am fresh off of my stream, and I mean fresh off. I've just finished my last stream. So if you saw the stream, thank you for coming. Thank you for 2,394 of you for coming into the stream. I know it's been an up and down stream, but I want to thank you all for joining me. Thank you for helping me to get to 465 subscribers tonight. I really appreciate all of you. I do. I truly do. But we're not here to talk about that. I'm getting a little bit drunk, so I'm trying to film this video as quick as I can before I do get drunk. But let's get right into it. We're going to kick off with Ketlen Vieira versus Kayla Harrison. It was a bit of a slow fight. A bit of a slow round, bit of a slow start. I found that Harrison found her way to control the range, control the clinch. She also got some takedowns as well. And I believe that round 1 went to her. In round 2, I believe that it was a very close round. I believe it could have gone either way, but Vieira started landing cleaner shots. She also landed a very, very clean elbow. She landed a better striking as well. And then there was some fence control from Harrison. I say it could go either way, but I think Vieira won that round. And then round 3. Harrison dominated on the ground in this round. A bit slow from both on the feet. Wish Vieira stepped in with a few strikes, because she would kind of throw them and not step in. In the stream, I do even say that. I say that I wished that she would step in a lot more of her strikes, but instead she kind of just stayed at range, jabbing and throwing the backhand and not stepping in on them. I believe I was right on that. I said that was a 10-9 to Harrison. I was right. Kayla Harrison, 30-27, 30-27. I had it personally 29-28, and one of the other judges also had it 29-28. Next up was Kevin Holland versus Roman Dolidze. In round 1, Dolidze was I believe Kevin Holland was doing fairly well on the feet, and then Dolidze gets the takedown and starts dominating the ground. And I'm like, okay, this Dolidze's round. Halfway through the round, Dolidze kind of switches guard and catches Kevin Holland's rib. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, he's hurt. He's very hurt. He could lose this now by stoppage in the next round. He doesn't even come out the next round. He goes back to his corner and they're like, do you want to continue? Do I continue? DC on commentary was like, they shouldn't be asking him if he wants to continue. They should be making the call for him. He was very hurt. And even he went, no, I don't want to continue because he's hurt. And they call it. Fair enough, right? I can't be angry at that. Although I predicted Kevin Holland to win, I was wrong. Kevin Holland was hurt. It went to a TKO because of how it happened. And fair play. This one was a sad one. José Aldo versus Mario Bautista. Now, I predicted Bautista to win, which he did. We all know if Mario Bautista wins, José Aldo has to lose. Bautista had a very good round 1. I can't believe that's all I put for that. José Aldo had Mario Bautista had a very good round 1. I said in round 2, Aldo kind of got into it more, opened up a lot more, but fence work from Bautista and attempted many takedowns. He got no takedowns. Fence work is what won him the fight, but it wasn't really fence work. It was him holding, occasionally throwing the shoulder up, occasionally throwing like knees. Conor McGregor, a bunch of people on the internet, they were all getting pissed off and bored of it. I understand it because it wasn't the most entertaining and skillful fight from Bautista because he was struggling to get the takedowns, so he was just holding José Aldo there till he could get the control time. Round 3, it was roughly the same as all the other rounds. It was Mario Bautista holding José Aldo up against the fence. José Aldo, when they were out of range, José Aldo was having very much success. But that's the issue. José Aldo was having success out of range, not in range. Also, throughout the whole fight, José Aldo had this gun-like jab, thunderbolt jab. It was so stiff and rigid and quick, and it was brutal. You'd see Mario Bautista's head snap back every now and then. It was a split decision. Now, this happened a lot throughout the card. It was a split decision to Mario Bautista. I believe it probably should have went Bautista's way because of the fence work, but if you get rid of what he done on the fence, José Aldo probably should have won. Next up was Raquel Pennington versus Julianna Peña. Now, I'll admit it, this fight, my issue with this fight was in the stream I spoke about it quite a lot. Me and Rick were speaking, and our issue was that there wasn't much action because they were both waiting too long. They were both too respectable of each other's power that they just waited too long, and that was our issues throughout this one, was they just waited. They waited. Whenever one of them would do something, the other one would kind of trade with them, and then they'd wait again until someone else would do something, and then they'd try and get their get-backs, which was the huge issue throughout this whole fight, which was my issue about that fight. I mean, round by round, it's really the same things. I was even questioning the decision. When they said Julianna Peña won, I was like, how did she win? And then I looked back at my actual point. I went, you know what? I don't disagree. I think Julianna Peña actually won this fight. I believe she won round 1, round 2, round 3, and Pennington won round 4 and 5. But that's all I gave her. And that was really it for that fight. It wasn't like the most skillful, entertaining fight ever. Julianna Peña done exactly what she had to do, and she got it done. Finally, Khalil Rountree Jr. versus Aldo Pereira. Now, this happened about 10 minutes ago. 12 minutes ago, something like that. Pereira, round 1 and 2 were so impressive from Khalil Rountree Jr. I was sitting there thinking, Khalil Rountree Jr. could possibly do this. And then round 3 came in, and you start to see Rountree fade, and you're like, maybe not. Maybe he's going to lose. And I do go in the chat, I'm like, oh shit, Rountree's doing very well. Like, this is sick. Rountree's fading. Rountree is fading. You can see it in his face. He's a lot more gas. He's breathing a lot. He's moving very slow, rigid, very tight as well. And Pereira's just taking his time. Pereira's doing what he does to every fighter. Slowly break him down mentally, then he breaks him down physically. And he done that to Khalil Rountree Jr. because he wouldn't step off of the gas. Not gas. He wouldn't stop backing up from Khalil. Khalil's standing there trying to work him, and Pereira's just walking him down with the straight face that he does. At the end of the fight, Pereira looked a little gassed. He looked like he was breathing quite a lot. But throughout the fight, he just looked fine. He had this stone cold face, walking forwards, working him. And then round 3, as I said, this is where Khalil starts getting gassed, gets tired, and starts losing it from himself. He let himself go in round 2. The issue was Khalil Rountree Jr. was not ready for the 4-round fights. He wasn't ready for the 5-round fights. He wasn't ready for the championship rounds. Round 1, 2, and 3 were very well done from him, but round 3 was where he started fading, and Pereira did win round 3, but he started fading in that round, and Pereira kind of noticed it. Even he said in the post-fight speech, he's fading in round 3. And in round 4, Pereira took him apart piece by piece. He took pieces away from him every now and then. He worked the body, then worked the head, and it was slowly fading. You can see it. And then finally, Pereira works the body with an uppercut. I do believe it might have been a 5, then a shovel hook to the liver or to the solar plex, and then it was a 2 to the head. It was a 4 to the head. The right hook took Khalil out. Khalil went down, and the fact that Khalil was even standing before then is insane. So fair play to Khalil. He went so far in that round. I was surprised with him. I thought Pereira probably gets this done quick and easy, but he didn't. And I believe that was good for Pereira, because Pereira took his time, went into the later rounds, and saw what he had to do. What a fight. What a night. That was great. Fight card, great. 2 hit and miss fights, which was the Pereira one, the Raquel Pennington one. Maybe there was more. Maybe the main card just had hit and misses. But every other fight on that card was sick. That's just my thoughts, my opinions on all of that. Great fight, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you joined the stream, thank you. If you subscribe to the channel, thank you and welcome. I hope you enjoy the rest of my content that's coming up. We'll be streaming next week for UFC. I'm going to have a break for today. Even though I'm going to edit this one video and get it out, I'm going to break, and I'll catch you in a bit. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Peace.